Hello, friends. Welcome to Crack Defense. I hope you all are doing good. So today's topic is endocrine system. So we'll discuss about endocrine system. What endocrine system is? So in endocrine system, we have hormones. They are the chemical messengers. Will carry that carry message to different parts of the body. So how they carry message? So we see that here they are the respective cell which release the hormone, and these cells, these endocrine cells, they will release the hormone in the blood, and then from through the blood these hormones will pass and they will reach the respective receptors. Okay, these are the hormone receptors, distant target cells. So here these hormones will be released. So wherever you need the hormone, the brain will signal, then endocrine glands will release the hormone, then these hormones will pass to the blood, and then after from the blood they will reach different target cells. So this is the entire process of how hormones reach the cell. Then we have a huge body. Okay, human body is a huge body, so we need control of cells and tissue, and this control is provided by three systems of our body, and they are nervous system, so it carries brain. Then we have immune system, it carries antibodies. So we have discussed about immune system, we have discussed about antibodies, we discussed about B cells, T cells, everything we have discussed. Okay, so immune system is already completed. Then we have endocrine system. Endocrine system, it carries hormones. Okay, these are the chemical signals, these are the electrical signals. Now next we have this hormone. So these hormones are directly poured into the blood. Okay, are directly poured into the blood. They are secreted in very small quantities, and different hormones have different effect. Okay, so for example, we have thyroid gland. Thyroid gland release an hormone that has certain uh, function. Then brain release certain hormones. They have different function. We have adrenal gland. Adrenal glands release hormones. They have different functions. So every hormones, they affect differently, and then they are not stored in the body. They are released at the point when it is needed. Okay, when you need a hormone, when there's a need of that particular hormone, that hormone will be released. Except thyroxine. Thyroxine is present in the body. It is produced by the thyroid glands. Now here we have difference between the nervous system and the endocrine system. So this nervous system, it carries electrical signal, and through electrical signals chemical messages are passed. In case of endocrine system, we have hormones. Okay, hormones carry messages to different target cells. Then in case of nervous system, nerves carry the messages. In case of endocrine system, blood carry the hormones. And here impulse targets specific site, and here the message can be sent to many regions of the body. Then in case of nervous system, the response is very fast, the response is very quick. Okay, so I am listening, you are speaking, I am speaking, you are listening. Okay, so all these things, it is a very fast process and it is done by our nervous system. And in case of endocrine system, the response is very slow. So suppose a child is growing in height, so that growth is very slow process, and it is because of the release of growth hormones, okay, that are released by the endocrine system. So with this we say that endocrine system, here the response is slow acting. Then nervous system, the effect is very short, and in case of endocrine system, the effect is for long term. Then if we come to this slide, so here we have all these glands. Here we have all these endocrine glands. We have a pineal gland, we have hypothalamus, we have pituitary gland, thyroid gland, then we have thymus here, we have pancreas, then we have adrenal gland. Adrenal gland are present here on kidneys. Then we have ovaries in females and testes in males. So if we talk about pineal gland, hypothalamus and pituitary, these are present very close to each other, and they control other glands. Okay, so these three glands are the main glands. These three glands are the main glands and they will order all the other glands when they have to function. Okay, so हम ऐसा कह सकते हैं कि ये principal है और ये order करेंगे. So they are ordering everyone when to function, uh, and from here they will control. So we'll study about each of these glands. So first, if we talk about pituitary gland, so pituitary gland has two lobes. It has anterior pituitary gland and then we have posterior pituitary gland. Anterior pituitary gland release certain hormones and posterior pituitary gland also release certain hormones. You can see here pituitary gland is present near the hypothalamus. So the hormones that are released by anterior pituitary gland, they are GH, okay, growth hormones, TSH, then we have adenocorticotrophic hormones, we have follicle stimulating hormones, we have luteinizing hormones, we have prolactin. Okay, so these are the hormones that are released by anterior pituitary gland. Now, what is the function of this prolactin that is being released? So, this prolactin, it is active in females and in it helps in the production of milk in mammary gland, and in case of males they are uh, mostly present in inactive state. So in females, they produce milk in mammary gland. Then we have luteinizing hormone. So this luteinizing hormone and these follicle stimulating hormone, these two hormones are gonadotrophin hormones, and this luteinizing hormone, it helps in ovulation, and in females it is responsible for the release of progesterone, and in case of male it is responsible for the release of testosterone. Okay, and if we talk about this ACTH, so it causes secretion of glucocorticoids. So glucocorticoids are secreted because of ACTH, and these glucocorticoids are responsible for stress hormones. And they also target adrenal cortex region of the adrenal gland. Okay, so adrenal gland has two regions. They have medulla and the cortex. So this targets adrenal cortex region of adrenal gland. And if we talk about posterior pituitary, so oxytocin is released by the posterior pituitary. This uh, becomes active at the time of pregnancy. Then we have growth hormones. So if growth hormones are not released in proper amount, it can cause problem. So there are disorders that are caused because of the imbalance of growth hormones are gigantism and dwarfism. So when excess of growth hormone is released, it will cause gigantism, and when very low amount of hormone is released, then it can cause dwarfism. So this was about pituitary gland. Then we'll discuss pineal gland. So pineal gland, they produce melatonin, and this melatonin, it acts like body clock. Okay, so what does this mean? That every morning you get up at a particular time, at a specific time. Okay, uh, so that is because of the melatonin that is produced by the pineal gland, and it is present near the hypothalamus. So you can see here we have pineal gland, cerebellum, pituitary gland. Okay, so this is about pineal gland. Then we have thyroid gland. Okay, so thyroid gland are present here in this region. Okay, so these are released, thyroid gland released hormones, T3, T4 and calcitonin. So these are released by thyroid glands. This calcitonin, these are parafollicular cells produce calcitonin. Okay, so parafollicular cells produce calcitonin and follicular cells produce T3 and T4. And this calcitonin that is produced, it maintain blood calcium ion concentration. Okay, so the blood calcium ion concentration is maintained by calcitonin. Then behind the thyroid gland we have parathyroid gland. Okay, so behind this parathyroid glands are present like these dot like structures. Okay, they are present behind and they release parathyroid hormone. Okay, what they do, they maintain calcium and vitamin D. They maintain calcium and vitamin D in our body. So these are the functions of thyroid gland and parathyroid gland. Next, if we discuss, so next we have pancreas. So pancreas are exocrine as well as endocrine glands. Why these are exocrine and why endocrine? So they are exocrine because they secrete digestive juices, and they are endocrine because they release hormones. Okay, so what are the hormones that are released by pancreas? So glucagon and insulin are the hormones that are released by pancreas, and the disorder that is caused because of pancreas are diabetes. Now next we have adrenal gland. Okay, so this is the adrenal gland. It is present here on the kidney. So this is the medulla region and this is the cortex region. And this cortex region has three parts. They are zona glomerulosa, zona fasciculata, and zona reticularis. Okay, and these are the hormones that are released by adrenal glands. So mineralocorticoids, glucocorticoids, androgens, catecholamines, peptides, these are released by these adrenal glands. Okay, so this was about this chapter. So we have discussed the endocrine system. Okay, so if I revise it for you, so first we studied that uh, endocrine system, they carry hormones through blood to different parts of the body. Then we have studied the difference between nervous and endocrine system. We have discussed about different glands. We have discussed about hormones like follicle stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone. We've discussed the pituitary gland, hypothalamus, thyroid, parathyroid glands, then pineal glands. All these things we have discussed, and with this we are done with this chapter. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you.